Hey y'all, Kristen LaJeunesse here, and you are watching 21 Ways to Make Money Doing What You Love. Sometimes in the early stages of business planning or creating a blog or a product or service, we get hung up in how we're actually going to make money doing this thing. Because we're really passionate maybe about the idea, but we don't know how to make it profitable. My personal preference is to hone in on what you're really good at and then choose just a couple of ways to focus on monetizing those ideas. However, when you're first getting started, it's sometimes hard to figure out what those certain things are. So I went ahead and put together 21 different ideas that you can start dabbling in today to learn how to make money doing what you love. So now I'm going to share my computer screen with you so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so I'm just going to run through some ideas quickly here on products and services that you can create to start making money doing what you love. And later on I'll get into a little more detail about these and where you can go to learn more. But for now I'm just going to kind of list them out, and so let's go. All right, so we have some obvious ones here like ebooks. We have video tutorials like the one that I am doing right now for you. And along those lines we have things like online trainings and webinars. And really webinars are just kind of live versions of these video tutorials. We also have podcasts, plugins, and theme creation. Themes, like for website themes. You could flip a blog, flipping blogs, and newsletters. Now just to touch on these each briefly. So let's talk about ebooks. I think a lot of people are familiar with how these work, but can get hung up in the logistics of how to create them. To be honest, you can do something as simple as writing it in a Word document and then sending it to a friend who knows how to convert that to a PDF, and then sign up for something called eJunkie. And this will, when you sign up for them, it will walk you through how to automatically deliver whatever content you want, so if it's an ebook or something else, directly to the person that buys it after they purchase it from you. So it's essentially linking to your email account and to the product that you want to have delivered. So there is a way to automate that, which is really cool, because once you get your ebook up and ready and it's totally banging and people are itching to get it, they can go right to your website and get it right away without any delay. So that's really cool. Other things that you can charge for: video tutorials and training sessions. So I could essentially record this one I'm doing for you now and then package it with other stuff and sell it as a bundle, or just sell this one video if it happens to be, you know, crazy amount of great value that I can sell to whoever wants to buy it. I could certainly do something like that. Along those lines, podcasts are great. You probably know a lot of free podcasts that you listen to, like Pat Flynn's Smart Passive Income or Colleen Patrick Goudreau's Compassionate Cooks. There are so many different podcasts out there, and some people ask for donations to support them because they take a lot of time and money to create. Others are free. And of course, you could create a podcast series or an exclusive kind of membership around a podcast that people subscribe to and pay in order to get the content that you're sharing. Next, we have plugins and themes. Now, plugins are for websites, and essentially they add value, or if you're trying to create something else on your site that you don't know how to code in there through HTML or something, you can download a plugin. And so if you're a techie person and you like to create things like iPhone applications, these plugins, and even themes, the themes that you see on WordPress or other websites where people, where it looks, if the website looks really nice, it's likely these days that somebody else had created a theme that the blog or website owner then downloaded and is now managing themselves. It maybe wasn't created by a professional kind of quote-unquote graphic designer or something like that. So if you like creating that stuff, there's a whole world out there where you can actually share this content through other third parties, and then people can go and download it. A great example that I actually use myself is a website called themeforest.net, and that's actually where I go to look for themes if I want to update a website. So if you like to create themes, or you would want to, or think you'd be good at it, check out themeforest.net, now that I've scribbled all over it, and look into how to upload the themes that you've created so that other people can download them and buy them from you. There's also this whole subcategory of people who are flipping blogs out there, where they essentially start a blog from scratch, or they acquire one for free or on a very cheap scale from somebody else, and they spiffy it up. It's kind of like flipping houses, where you go in, renovate, update it, make it look great, build a community around it, and make it something that has a lot of value and that could be monetized, or go ahead and monetize it yourself, and then sell it for more money. And finally, in this section, I just wanted to mention newsletters. I know a lot of you probably subscribe to free newsletters out there, which is great because we love getting, free content is always wonderful. But there are ways that you can monetize those, similar to that ebook, e-junkie concept that I mentioned a few minutes ago. You could automatically deliver newsletters through a specific sign up on your website. And say, in exchange for X amount of dollars each month, or X amount of dollars this one time, you will get a series of emails from me. Now, the person who purchases them doesn't have to know that it's an automated service, because that is available. But they just have to know that you're going to be delivering great content. So if they want to pay for that, that's an option. Moving right along, let's talk about some services. So we have things like training courses, coaching, consulting, which are very similar, speaking engagements, and joint venture projects, or JVs. All right, these are some services that you have likely heard about or used yourself. In fact, one of which I am creating right now is the Freedom and Mastery course, which is open for registration at the moment. And actually in that course, I go into everything I'm talking about in today's video. I go into much more detail, but I'll tell you more about that later. So you have things like courses, training courses. You can make them digital or in person. Let's say you wanted to do a retreat of some kind, and you could have a series of courses in some kind of tropical location. This is my tropical tree. Yeah, we're just going to leave coconuts. No, we're just going to leave that. Okay, so if you want to have a retreat, you could do them in person, or you could have online training courses like the Freedom and Mastery course that I have open for registration right now. There's individual one-on-one consulting and coaching, also speaking engagements. I know I've talked to a lot of people who don't really know how to get paid for those sort of things, but there is some give and take there. You have to get out there and get known for what you're doing and what you're good at before you can ask money for it. So get out there, do some free speaking engagements, but keep your ear to the ground and look for opportunities to get paid. Maybe there are local community speaking events that you could participate in, or if there's some kind of like extended, what is it called, extended college program, for people that are out of college, some courses like that where you could go and teach and get paid per student type of thing. And then there are these things called JVs, or joint venture projects, where you team up with someone else who is in a field or creating a product or service that complements what you do or what you want to do, and you team up together to create kind of this big, massive program, or just something that's really cool and valuable to both of your audiences. And the idea is to just be able to reach more people at one time by partnering up with somebody. So really cool opportunities there. All right, so far we are up to 11 different ways to make money doing what we love. Let's talk about some physical products like books and merchandise. So if you have a type of program that lends itself to t-shirts or mugs or whatever the merchandise would be, maybe you are a musician and that makes sense, or maybe you are a blogger and your logo would make sense for a t-shirt or something. Similar with books. You don't always need a publisher these days, guys. You can totally go down the self-publishing route. I'm not saying that either one of those, self-publishing or going through a publisher, is easy or quick. It isn't. It takes a lot of work, but these are just, again, some ideas to kind of get you started. There are also, let's move on and talk about community programs like coaching, in person, and membership websites. So, okay, this is one of my favorite things are membership websites. I'm really getting into this, and actually this course down here, the Creating Freedom and Mastery course that is currently open for registration, is a form of a membership website, because what happens is that people say, okay, yes, I'm going to pay you X amount of dollars for this thing that you have to offer. So then they enter in their information and they click the submit or PayPal button, and that's the money, and they send you money, and then they are given access to an exclusive course. I'm just going to say this is a website page. Okay, so then they're given exclusive access because they've paid for your product or service. Now they have access to a section on your website or a whole nother website that no one else can access. They're given a special password and username, and so now any content that you create on that website is for only people who have paid or done some exchange with you in order to get access. So membership websites don't have to be paid, but again, we're going over ways that you can make money doing what you love. So if you wanted to create some kind of ongoing coaching program, or maybe you have a bunch of different stuff, maybe in your special membership website you offer podcasts and video trainings and one-on-one consulting and coaching, and all of that information can be found after the person pays for their membership. So I love it. I think it's a great way to provide a lot of value to a bunch of people at one time, and because it's based on the internet, you can reach so many more people at one time than you can doing just one-on-one coaching or even the in-person stuff. Next up, we have affiliate marketing. This is one of the things that I feel like people do not do enough of. I feel like we need to get this more out there. Now, within the online world, where you'll find people who make a living doing blogging or creating these products and services, everybody does affiliate marketing. Everyone knows what it is, but I feel like not enough people know, and they need to know. You need to know. There are two sides of it. You can be the person that has a product that you're selling, or you sell for somebody else, or sell yours. Okay, so basically how it works is that you have this product. Let's say it's a vase, right? And you make hand-blown vases for a living, but you're finding that it's harder to reach an audience that is willing to buy these vases. So you say, okay, hey friends, if you can help me sell my vase, I'm going to give you 20% of my sale. Or for every vase that you sell, you are going to get $100, or however you want to work it. So the way this works is that you would then create a custom link or a way to register your friend Jane. Let's say Jane wants to sell your vases. So you say, okay, Jane, I've created an affiliate link for you. It's XYZ. And whenever you share that link, if somebody clicks on that link and buys one of my vases from that link, you're automatically going to be getting money from me right away. Now, the cool thing about this is that there are programs naturally out there that will automate this for you entirely. So if you're launching a product or service and you want to sell more of it, give your friends or your family an opportunity to make a few bucks on it too, you can create an affiliate program around your product that will automatically reward them for helping promote your stuff. Now, likewise, if you want to promote someone else's stuff, there are tons of organizations and businesses out there that have affiliate programs. You just have to Google it or search for it on their website. The biggest one, the most common one that you might know, is Amazon.com. Now, if you are ever on a blogger's website and they have links to a product, let's say they say, oh, I really love the Vitamix and you should buy it. Here is a link to buy it. Now, chances are, if they're smart, chances are that that is an affiliate link. And when you click on that link and you purchase the Vitamix from that link, that blogger is going to get a kickback, a small percentage of that sale. And that is a really cool and easy way to make money right away. So one place that I suggest putting affiliate links on your website is if you have a resources page or a page where you link to other bloggers or things that you want people to know about, take advantage of that. If you mention any books, sign up for Amazon affiliate program, and Amazon will assign you special links that you can include when you link to something, and you'll get a kickback every time someone purchases something. So again, we have you can be the person offering an affiliate program, or on your website you can sell products and services that you get a percentage of. And honestly, I feel like this is one of the most effective ways to immediately start making a few extra dollars, because it might not seem like a lot if you're getting just a couple bucks here and there, but if you let's say you have dozens or even hundreds of products linking over time on various blog posts and on resource pages, you would be surprised how quickly that would add up. It's really, really effective. All right, we have just a few more things here to talk about, and they fall under the category of advertising. So we have things like straight up static ads or sidebar ads that you might see on blogs, ads that you can place in newsletters on the sidebar of a newsletter. We have text link ads and paid blog posts. Now there are other variations of these as well, but we'll just stick with these. So sidebar advertisements on a blog. I'm sure you've all seen them, and guess what? You can do affiliate marketing with these too. So if you're working with a company who says, I'm not sure that I want to pay a flat rate to advertise on your website, which is something that you could do. You could say, okay, well, do you have an affiliate program? And then you could link an image or an ad to that product or service that they are selling and get that kickback that we just talked about in the affiliate. Same thing on newsletters. If you send a regular e-newsletter out to your subscribers, you can place advertisements in the sidebar of that, and they can be paid from other people. Similarly, text links. So essentially, instead of having a visual like an ad, this would just be the link itself. xyz.com, whatever. The link to the product that you are promoting or that someone paid you to promote. So just a straight up link, no pretty stuff. And finally, paid blog posts. So if you have a popular blog, you could certainly charge someone, let's say there's a company that wants you to showcase their products or services, you could say, I'd be happy to, it costs this amount of money to advertise through a blog post. Or maybe you charge guest posters, which can get a little hairy. But anyway, you get the point. All right, so believe it or not, that was 21 different ways to make money doing what you love. Those are just 21 basic ideas. Okay, so then the obvious questions that you might ask, say, are, well, don't I have to be an expert in my field in order to sell this stuff? Or I'm not tech savvy enough, or aren't there people who are already doing those things, so my business model won't work, or I don't know how to do any of this stuff, it's just not going to work out. Well, let me tell you, that's exactly what the Freedom and Mastery course is about that I am running. It starts on April 14th, and registration for the course actually closes on the 31st, so next week. So if you're interested in learning which of these 21 tools are the most important and how to use them and implement them, I'm going to be going through that in the course. And the course is really cool because it's actually a 3-part series where we talk about how to gain clarity on what you want to do or what you plan to do business-wise, career-wise, blogging, breaking out of 9 to 5, whatever it is. So we're going to talk about gaining clarity around what you want to do, how to cut out any negative internal chatter or limiting beliefs or thoughts that you've held that have kept you back from truly experiencing what you're meant to do in this world. We're going to cut through all that stuff in that gaining clarity section, which is taking place for the month of April, or the first 3 weeks of April, 1 month or 1 week in May. The second part of the series is talking about how to get known. So in this, we're going to talk about, those tools that we just talked about, the 21 ways to make money doing what you love. Well, if you're not sure, let's say you have some ideas, or maybe you even have some of these products out there now. You're doing it, but you say, no one is buying from me. Where do I find the people? That is exactly what this portion of the course is about. Or this course within the series is about how to get people to find you, to interact with you, how to create value, and to get known, get interviews, get guest posts, you name it. We are going to talk about it in that section. And then finally, in the Creating Freedom and Mastery series, we're going to talk about how to make money, you guessed it, doing what you love. So yes, well, in this tutorial today, we went over some product and service ideas on how you can start making money. Really, the Creating Freedom and Mastery course is all about knowing which ones are the best ones to use for your business model, and also other ways to make money doing what you love. This is not just about these specific products and services, but we're also going to be talking about things like how to close a deal, techniques that work for an ask, how to offer and why to offer free stuff and when to do that. We're also going to be talking about how to create important headlines and create massive engagement, and there's just so much more than this basic outline of the products and services that we talked about today. So if you are interested in participating, again, the first course starts on April 14th. The close date for registration is on March 31st, so it's just a week away. If you have any questions or want to learn more about that, email me. My email is kristen@wtfveganfood.com. Okay, so I'm going to jump back over to in front of the camera to say goodbye to you all, but thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video with friends or family or anyone who you think might benefit from the content in the video. Also, as I mentioned earlier, the Creating Freedom and Mastery course is closing in just a few days, so if you're interested in getting in on that, definitely check out wtfveganfood.com/freedom mastery. All the details are there, and I go into a lot more specifics about how to use the items that I listed in this video more effectively and in a way that will make money for your business and your life. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.